one of the top favorite ISO standards in the quality management system. But what's happened to this standard? If you see at ISO standards, they have a type of trend as a quality management system. In medical device have the same story about it. But about the new regulation, they must have the ISO 9 for the quality management system. But if you see this trend, we have a type of negative trend. And this negative trend is very special in Germany and in the USA. They don't like to be more certified. For example, Robert is a good example here in this group. He's a project manager. In this project manager, they have some other requirement, for example, for new product that they should manage it. It's not possible to manage something with the methods from 1994. Now we are 2020. It's the times of the new generation of the project management. So today they say the project are, if you want the data, I can show you this data, the ISO 9001 certification. Overall, we have a type of negative trend, and in Germany, we have more than worldwide, there's a negative trend. So if you have interest, I can give you all the information, and you have the information in the team. So first of all, when we say Agile, what's come in your mind? Zober, Leo, when I say Agile, what's come in your mind?
Scrum methods.
Okay, so very easy. If you want to move from your apartment, if you have some glasses, you put a tape on it and say fragile. Keep it. And it's a very good example. Say our project should be agile, not fragile. If we don't understand the agility of the project, our project, it can be fragile. And our quality management system, it can be fragile. How it can be as project can be fragile. For example, in base of the documentation, if we don't have correct documentation, we can be fragile. For example, you are developing a software, and this software using in a car, and this car will be drive on the streets. And when something happens and they sue on you, you should have a good documentation at least for 30 years, and then you can follow up here all of stuff. They say one stuff, when we cannot understand the agile concept, what's happened? It can be fragile. So it's the first point that I want to give it in this course. Agile, not fragile. So how can we be fragile? If you get this slide, it will be the target for this meeting will be done. If you're understanding correctly, what does it mean agile? The topic is done. For example, it is the agile mindset. We say the agile mindset had 4 values, 12 principles, and unlimited, I say it again, unlimited number of practices. Okay, Robert, can you help me and say me where is the Scrum in this picture? Where is Kanban? This is a different method, different way of the agility that we are using. You can turn on your microphone. So.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
It was a question, where is the Scrum? If I have 4 values, 12 principles, and unlimited number of practices. Or the other one can think about it. Leo, what do you think? Where is Agile? Where is the Scrum? Where is Kanban? Where is the other methods that we are using? I say it again, methods.
Number of practices.
It should be on the practices. Yeah. Number of practices.
Okay. The Agile. Okay, the Agile comes from here. It starts from here. It's how we are thinking and which principles that we have. And after that comes to the methods. I can show you the methods. For example, if we have these methods, we have lots of methods that we are using. We have Scrum, we have Kanban, we have XP, we have continuous integration, but all of them, they are the methods that we are using. When we say something is agile, what's come in your mind?
Maybe repeating or iteration or kind of small segments.
Yeah, correct.
I would also say the ability to be more flexible or to accommodate. Yeah.
Okay. I can give you a good example that has helped me to learn this stuff. I say, if you want to be agile, try to be a good captain. Because the weather is changed. You should have a decision. And you have some employee that they are working to you. You have the team. Because in the agile, it's very important. For example, we have a type of product manager that we say product owner. We have Scrum Master, and we have some Scrum Coach. And what is this relationship to this team? And how can I be more flexible? And how can you make a good decision in the situation? For example, perhaps you heard about it. For example, the Corona situation, it's a very good example for the agile management. So, okay, we can come back to the topic. If you want to be agile and to try to be flexible based on the situation, okay, flexible based on the situation and have a good decision, make a decision and have a feedback from your decision. It's like the Corona situation. For example, in Germany, as you know, they decided for example, for the mask and say, okay, should we have it? Should we not? And they did. It's a type of error and test. They would test it and say, okay, it's work. Then we will continue. Okay, it's a very small iteration. Last night, Ministry for Health in Germany, he puts the message in his private LinkedIn, and he said, every people that are working in Germany and worldwide, help us if they have any idea about to control this coronavirus. I say, wow, what a good agile management. He's very open and say, if you have any idea, just tell us. Okay, that's the point. 4 values for agile. If you want to say, I'm working in agile team, if you say, I'm working in an agile company, you should accept 4 values and you should know about 12 principles. So these are 4 values of the agile management. Perhaps we don't want to go all stuff through away, but it's very important to know about it. It's only 4 words. Individual, it should be a face-to-face. For example, if we have a project management, how we can control all the tasks. They say individual and team interaction over process and tools. What does it mean? Should I show you a picture? Do you have any idea about this picture? Leo?
It's better to communicate between the people than rather than just looking into the descriptions and read the baseline and all that stuff. Due to the fact that if you have a good communication, the people can increase their own thinking by new methods, by new ideas like brainstorming and all that stuff, so that you can find a shorter solution than by studying all the descriptions and regulation.
So it's correct. We say, if we say about the first values of the agile, it's humanity. It's that we are not machine. We are human, and we need to have an individual interaction. It's a very face-to-face interaction between you and your team. Just say me a question. Is it possible to do these methods in, for example, mass production?
Would be more tedious, I guess.
What?
It would be more tedious or more difficult in mass production.
It's a good point. Thanks. Just keep in your mind, we cannot do every project with agile methods. It's very important to decide it. Should I do this project with agile, or should I do it with classical methods? Take care. We will show which project should be happen with agile and which one shouldn't be. So the second one, it's working software. You know, the agile concept coming from the software industry. Okay, what do you think about it, Zubair? What do you can understand from this slide?
Yeah, actually, in my point of view, it should be like a documentation, the complete setup to gathering or acquire the information from the customer end. It should be like supplier or stakeholder as well as, or maybe they implement new things, have the testing in every phase. So maybe the software, or maybe like Agile, or maybe like a waterfall, or there's a different scenario.
Just stop, sorry. I have a good example for it. They say it's like eating food. If you're cooking something, just try to test it. Do you know what I mean? If you're cooking something, you are testing during your cooking. And say, okay, it needs some salt, or okay, it needs pepper, and it needs some. I say working software, it means if you want to present a software or if you want to present a product, try to have a small feedback to your customer and don't complete your work. Say, okay, my work is done. Now it's the project, please. Now, it's a very example that say you should have a very short, I should jump to the concept because we want to come to the Agile Quality Management, say, and you should have a customer collaboration. It means basically you should speak with customer, because honestly, in Agile project management, the results of the job and results of the project, it's not clear. You are changing the product, you are changing and you are improving every second, every minute of the project with your customer. It is very important that in your agile project, the product is a complex product. It's not a very mass production. So the last one, I will show you what is complex project. Responding for change. Guys, if you want to do it in an agile project, it means your customer only he or she wants something, but he don't know how. And you as a type of supplier for this service or product, you don't know how exactly do this job. And then you should do it with the agile methods. Or let's say, what do you mean we don't know how we should do this job? I say, it means the product or services is a complex. That is the technical or the knowledge management in this area, it's existing. And we should make this knowledge. There isn't any know-how. Because of that, we should make this knowledge. Because of that, we are doing the agile methods. If, for example, you want to develop a sensor, and in this sensor, it should be related to the air pollution quality, and in the same time, working in the car that is with the ADAS project or something like that. In this case, it's a type of complex project. Just see it as a complex project, and then it can be very more understandable. So. 4 values in one word: individual, something that should be worked, and customer, we should receive the feedback from customer, and we should have a responding to the customer feedback. So it's a 4 values. If you accept these 4 values, you can continue with 12 principle. Should I say all 12 principle? Of course not. I can show you these 12 principle, and you are doing together. First of all, the 12 principle, it's a type of guideline. It's a general guideline in 4 groups: customer satisfaction, quality, teamwork, and project management. So please see these 12 principles and only select one of them that is interesting for you. All of you, Leo, Zobe, Robert, and Nora. Please just see it for 1 minute. These are 12 principles of Agile, and select one of them. So, Leo, would you please share with us your number?
I would say number 10, maintain simplicity.
Okay, and Zober?
Yeah, I will say 5, trust and support.
5. And Robert, which number would you want to select?
I would take number 1.
Okay, 1.
Satisfaction for the customer.
Mm-hmm. And Nora, which number you want to select?
I will select number 9.
Number 9. Okay. And it's my favorite. It's number 10. I will say number 10 is a type of principle in the Agile. It's number 10. Say, keep it simple, stupid. Say, what? You say, try to not do everything in one sprint. Say, try to not eat an elephant. Try to not eat an elephant in one day. It's a one Agile principle. Okay, Robert, please share with us, what does it mean satisfy the customer in your principle of the Agile? What can you, its interpretation about this principle?
That the needs of the customer are in focus of the whole work. So it doesn't depend on what the team really wants. It depends on what the customer really wants. So the team has to focus on the wishes of the customer.
And how can you stick on this principle in your project?
Due to continuous feedback and stakeholder management with the customer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a type in the Agile project management. You have a very meeting. You have a type of official meeting every month, every 2 weeks. It depends on the project. Okay, and Nora, which number is? Oh, so number 5. It's with Zober. Would you share us what do you think about trust and support?
Yeah, in my point of view, the trust will be like trust and support is everywhere, like in every organization and method that we are using. Like if we are a team leader, that we have to trust our team, our client, our customer. So how we can achieve our goal. So this scenario will be trust and support. Like this, support is like a key point in every software.
Okay, would you say me what do you see in this picture?
It's providing the software with additional benefit like or a service.
No, in this picture, I see a mother and with some children.
They are getting as a client. If we are talking about the like children as a client, yeah. So they are taking a support from mother.
Yeah. Say, do you know what does it? What is the meaning of team? the word team. If
sorry?
The team, say together everyone achieve more. Team, as a when we are. If you see at the dictionary about the roots of the team, in the Old English, team means family. Say, oh, okay. If I trust my team, and if I ask them every day, how is going today? What can you do? What should be planning this sprint? Is it enough to you? Do you have any problem? Is it okay? You trust the team and then support them. I say it again, this agile principle, it's only for complex project and product. It's a very good example. I say it's only for the jobs that you should work with your brain, not with your muscles. It was a very good example that say trust and support. It's a one agile principles. Because of that, it's very important for every member of agile teams to learn conflict management. They should have a type of conflict management, and they should know how they can to be contact with other people, with the other as a human being. For example, I'm working in a company that we have more than 25 nationality together, and we should trust each other and support each other like a real family. So thanks, Zober. And number 10, let's say Leo, what would you to say us about reflect and adjust?
I would say that it's something where you have to have a common like interaction, and you find or you lend your ears to everyone in the team, and you have to react immediately to get in the feedback of everyone, and you have to make the necessary adjustments to achieve your goal. So I would put it in simple terms as that the team should really, for example, there is plus and minus in a team, or there is a goal and you see that improvisation should come from another end, then it should be more collaborative and we have to work towards the common goal. So I would say reflect and adjust, or reflect and support should also be fine.
Yeah, thanks. It's a very good question. It's like the reflect and adjust. It means in the agile principle, we have a failure welcoming culture. Say, if something happened, just say us what's happened. We can learn from our mistakes. The failure in these agile teams are welcoming. And it is the reflect and adjust. If we have a mistake, we can learn about it and we can improve our teams. If you have a mistake, don't hide it from the boss. The boss is coming. Say, no, we are an agile, and the boss, it's not. The boss as a type of, boss is a type of servant. He give us services. He don't control us because he trusts us. Do you know? This boss is trust us and support us. And this boss, he don't give us lots of tasks in one day, because we say how many tasks we can do it in one day, because we are working together. And the boss can be sure because we deliver frequently. We have every week and we have every month delivery. And if it's something happened during the project, they say there's a feature, it's not good, or we don't know what, the change are welcoming to your agile project. And we don't wait until the end of project. We are the deliver working software. And the other stuff is a number 11. We are working as a self-organizing team. It is very important. I can suggest you one thing. Please search on the responsibility process. We have a process that say responsibility. Is one of the good friends in USA. He is more than 20 years working on responsibility process, and he say how you can be responsible in your community, in your company, in your family. And it's very important to know about the responsibility. It's a process that you can learn it, you can improve it, and continuous attention. It means you should improve it one step, stable it, and improve it again. I said all of the principles together. I hope that you get all the things. So it was the principle that we need to, as first one, to define what's these 4 values and guide it with these principles. Perhaps you say, okay, everything is very clear, that's why it's not working in the reality. What is the problem in the reality? What is the problem in the reality, you think? What is a Scrum? First of all, I want to ask about the word Scrum.
It's a boxed or a time frame unit or a small.
Generally, the Scrum, it's coming from the American football. That is a Scrum. That is a Scrum position. Do you know, what do you see here in the Scrum? Everything's are together. It's a complex situation. You don't know how many pressure are coming to the project, and the ball will, he threw the ball between the groups, and they should catch the balls, and they say Scrum. It is a position in American football that say it's a Scrum. And the Scrum comes from the American football, and they have a different methods and different values. I don't want to go every methods of this Agile, but as you know, we have a different methods. We have Kanban, we have a Scrum, we have RUP, we have XP, and every methods that you can use it. But which one are more common? I can show you this statistic from the, it's very, in the automotive industry is more popular in automotive. For example, it's a Scrum, and then it's the continuous integration, and then it's Kanban. The Kanban is a Toyota system for the improvement. And I want to go to the relationship to the all stuff about the Agile and so collaboration. So okay, we have the Agile mindset, we have 4 values, 12 principles, and after that we say we have a different methods. If we accept these 4 values and understanding these 12 principles, now we can say I want to have Agile mindset. If you are working in a project as a quality manager, classical quality manager, some values are not 100% with the quality management principles, like documentation. Say, oh, it's a type of things that I should care about it. So the last things I think it's very important to know about it, say, when should I start with a project with Agile and when should I not start with Agile? We have sometimes complicated product and we have complex product. What is different between complicated and complex? Can you give me an example, or do you have any idea? We have simple. I give you 3 different. We have 3 different product. We have simple, complicated, and complex. Simple product is you receive a type of instruction. You should do the instruction 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will be done. You should follow up the instruction. Second one is the complicated, sending a rocket on the moon. You have a high level expertise in multiple fields, and then the rockets are similar in critical ways. If you send one rocket successfully, you can send your second rocket as the same. but the knowledge of this rocket and the airplane or some, they are complicated. They are not complex. What is the complex? The complex is that the results are not clear. I say it's a good example that I give. It's like raising a child. If you see a family, the results that are coming out, it's not clear. If you have a brother or sister, they are living in the same place, they go to the same schools, and one of them go to the cinema or to the arts, and the other one will be engineer or the other stuff. Say, but in the reality, the complex will be, for example, developing a software with different features. The technology are not clear. Sometimes say, okay, the language is clear, but the customer requirement is not clear 100%. The customer say, I want something. They say that something that he wants, and he don't know how. It's a complex. I can offer you to show about, search and about it, complicated and complex. It's a very interesting that it will be the decision. Say, should I start with the Agile method or not? If it's a complex, should we do it with Agile or not?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. And if it's a complicated, should we do it with Agile or not?
I think so. It also depends on the stakeholders in the case of complicated process, or?
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Leo or Zobe? If it's something complicated, should we do it with Agile or not? Leo?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe
okay.
It should be S, but I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay, Zober, what do you think?
I think it should be depend on the scenario. So.
And Robert, what do you think?
Yeah, I will say as well. Depends on the stakeholders.
It's a very magic word. It depends on.
But I would say if it's really complicated, like sending a rocket to the moon, and you have clear processes, then you can do it with the classical methods.
Okay, I want to give you yes or no option. Leo, if you want to say yes or no, what do you say? Say yes or no. With Agile methods or no?
I would say for complicated, no.
Okay, thanks. Zober, what do you say? Zober? Do you say yes?
Yeah, so I think it should be like a yes or maybe.
Okay,
no,
you say yes. And Robert, you say yes or no?
No.
With Agile or not with Agile?
No.
Okay, no. And Nora, what do you think?
I'm not knowledgeable about Agile methods because till now I just used the ISO standards. But I think for complicated designs, I will say it is the best method to go for the Agile, because you can cluster your process, and then you can go forward. That's my point of view.
Okay, about the complicated, you say?
Yes.
Okay. The answer will be no. The complicated project should be very rational, classical methods. It's need the army. They should control it. They should check everything. They have process. They should take care about it. And the complicated project, they shouldn't work it with the Agile methods. And say, okay, is it a very clear wall? Say, of course not. It's not a very strong yes, but it's a very general say it depends on what. Generally the complicated project, more than 70% doing with classical methods, and they checked every task that should be done, and the process of the developing it's more clear. But generally, only complex projects should be do with the Agile methods. So it was a question that I want to just, when you want to start a project with Agile methods, first of all, you should ask, should we start it with Agile or should we do it with classical methods? Perhaps it's, for example, when I want to build a house, I shouldn't do it with Agile because the step is clear, the customer requirement is clear, and the result should be clear. We don't need Agile methods. So every stuff it's clear until now, until I say, oh, the time is up. Good. So if you're okay, I would continue for 10-15 minutes to go to the point, the Agile. And if you have interest, I'm very open to continue this every week, and you can welcome to next step of the Agile Quality Management, because I will share you this 7 years experience in the quality management and new methods of the quality management. Tell me if, and we can be in contact after the meeting. You can send me your email address, and because we had a type of problem with the connection and some stuff, I can give you the more information about the other class that will be free of charge. Don't be, that will be supported from the company, and you shouldn't pay anything. So, okay, here about the Agile quality management. You know about the quality management. We have planning, we have doing, we have check, and we have act. PDCA. It's very classical from 1990. It's very old system that you know from Professor Deming. Say if you want to do something, planning, doing, checking, and act it. And in the ISO 9001, we have planning, supporting, operation, and we have performance evaluation, and then improvement. It's not very new things. It's classical methods. But if you see these all companies during 10 years that they are certified the ISO 9001, it's very interesting. All times they have the same problems. Okay, I will show you the model. As a one part of the model about the Agile quality management. It's a top major and minor non-conformities from the audit results. What's happened here? You see the problem for the all companies. It's a very international report that is official, released every year. It's a top major and minor non-conformities from the audit results. From IATF, is it about the automotive industry? It's in planning and it's doing. And checking and act. Oh, sorry. About it, because this is standard, it's more in about the doing the stuff. Say they have a problem in the planning, and based of these problem in the planning, they cannot have a good performance. And of course, basically, and after that, there's a circle will be not very, it doesn't make sense to continue the circle because you have problem in the planning and doing. And say, okay, what does it mean? For example, if you have a standard, I can keep up my standards here. Oops. So if you have ISO standards at your home, you are this standard to say, if you open the standard, say clause 432, you open your standard to say, okay, what is the 432 customer specific requirements? What? The customer specific requirements is a very typical non-conformities from all companies that they are certified. How can I manage my quality when I have every year non-conformities to customer specific requirements? The other point is 441. When I open the, say, product safety. Oh, okay. The product safety is the more common non-conformities. Okay, I can continue. And when I open this standard, I open 6122. What can be 6122? And say contingency plans. When something's happened, like coronavirus, Of course, it's a very exaggerated example, but when it's burning my company, when it's fire come, when it's something happening to my company, what is my contingency, or what is my plan? The Germans say Notfallplan. When something happen, emergency, am I have a plan for it? For example, and it's very typical that say, oh, it's very logical that we should have a customer specification. We should have a safety product. Say no. Basically, based on the report of the international report, it's a very typical problem. And should I continue, or it's clear for you? And for example, when I continue 6, 1, 2, 3, and 7, 1, this is 7, it's about supporting system. And when I go to the 7, 1, 5, say 7, 1, 5, 5, measurement system analyze. Okay, they have a problem to plan a measurement system analyze. What does it mean? If you see what is the typical problem for other companies all around the world, if you improve this stuff in your company, you can have a super small, super smart progress. And say, how it's happened? What is the classical quality management system? Do you know about lots of documentation? I can show you a document, for example, here. It's a document that, for example, it's a very typical that you write down a type of documentation. Do you know this type of document? When you write a type of working instruction. Honestly, if you're writing lots of documents, nobody read this document. We have a quality management handbook. Nobody read it, nobody. Only we are open it for the audits for every year, and the auditor will be check it for 10 minutes and say, okay, it's done. Why we are making lots of documents that we are not use it? In the Agile Quality Management, I make the other concept of the documentation. Do you know why? I make a type of documentation that is very intelligent, and it can be follow-up. I put the working instruction in our internal system that say you have a different internal system. For example, some of them you can use Confluence, or the other, for example, the other companies use different internal working instruction. And I can read how many times my working instruction will be clicked on it, and how many times they stay on this working instruction, and how many times they read it. It was really amazing. The first year, nobody clicked on the working instruction. Do you know why?
Because they couldn't find it in Confluence and nobody knows that it is there.
It's a 1 point. And the second one, it's that nobody have interest to read 80 pages, 20 pages.
Yeah, right. It's more than it has to be self-explaining. So better is that I found out that one of my customers, he said, we want to do short videos for as well onboarding for the employees or external consultants to get to know the system of our company, and as well with the working descriptions. If they are explained in short videos, it's more it's visual, audio, so it's better to understand for the people.
Yeah, because if you can see something, it's keep in your mind. And I can show you something, I hope so. If you're working in the Agile Quality Management, you should have an Agile documentation. What does it mean? If you're writing something, try to be more Agile, you have two different type of action that you should have a type of improvement about intern in your quality management and the extern. The intern, it's happen in your quality department and in your team, and it's up to you. First of all, how you want to document your process. It is my pleasure if you have a type of sample process. It shouldn't be very complex process. You can share with us and we can give you a sample about the visual, easy with the word instruction and the video instruction. How is working with the Agile documentation? I can show you. If you have a working instruction, you have a text and you have a video. Can you see my paper?
Yes, yes, yeah.
You have a text and you have a video on this documentation and in this document. And if they don't want to read all the stuff, they can click on this video and they can see the person that speak with them. And it's a super easier. For example, if they want to have a documentation and they are new at the work, say, hi, this process scope, it's about the new employee at our company. Welcome to our company. First of all, you should know this stuff 1, 2, 3 is very important. And it's other amazing situation about documentation. And it's 10 times more click on this process with the video and sound. It was amazing, 10 times more. Because the people who are easier, they use a type of headset and then everything is done. And they can read the instruction, they can show the instruction. They have classical, if they want to read the text, you're welcome to read 10, 20, 80 pages, or they can show only the 5 minutes video for the one working instruction. So, because when you are open a working instruction, you need to be helped. The second one, it's the management review. It's very important to have a control of the management review. In the Agile Quality Management, we change the management review because the typical management review, it will be a report, for example, 3, 5, or 6 pages that you give it to the management, and he should decide it for next year about the quality management system. Honestly, in the reality, what's happened? Only we make some documents.
Nobody reads it.
No, thanks. Nobody reads it. I cannot show you the management review because it's an intern document, but I can show you something very draft here. I can do it for you and I can give you a sample of if you want. It was our management review. Can you see it? It's only 1 page. Say, what? How it's possible the management review only in 1 page? Say, yeah. And it was the management review, would say, with the number, it's amazing. And the auditor will say, what is the very amazing management review? It was only 1 page. And for example, say, it is the management review, say 5%, and we have, for example, 20% we want to invest in the case of customer satisfaction. We have an input and we have output. In the management review, we have 2 papers. One of them for the input, we give to the management in the meeting, and he said, oh, okay, last year I invest 5% in the customer satisfaction, and now we are 99% is a very typical customer satisfaction. Now we want to have more, or we should keep in mind and we should stick on these results. Say management review should be only 1 page, guy. It's a very important to, if you want to have Agile quality management, you should try to have visuals and you should have more input, but it should be very abstract. So we have KPI and PI. For example, if you are using the agile methods, we have a different PI. For example, we have burn down chart and the other stuff that we are measuring our project. Perhaps can, Robert, which type of KPI or PI do you use for controlling your project? Do you have project management tools, or do you have, I don't know, time management or Jira or something like that?
Yeah, we have a project management tool, and as well using the Jira boards. Like we have special Kanban boards in Jira or normal boards, and there we have an overview of how many tickets are done and how many tickets are still, or how many bugs are existing, and so you can see 20 of the 60 tickets are done and the rest is open or in development and so on stuff.
The problem for the quality management, it means we are making data in somewhere like Jira, and the quality management system, they make data by themselves because they are making it ready for the audit process. And they are not automated together. They are not matched together. If I have a 10 project that they are, one of them, it's good, one of them, honestly, quality management, it's not a show off. If you understand these things, everything will be done. If you want to show off to certification body, the certification body give us a show off, and we don't receive any value added. In every quality you should receive a value added. I will show you next slide about how you can receive more input from your external auditor to receive value added for your company. We don't want to show that we are certified, we have a quality management system, but it's not working because we are working with a complex project. We are searching for results. The KPI and PI in the Agile project, you use the Jira results to your quality management system. You don't need to make extra PI or KPI for your quality management system. It's very easy to convert this data to for your quality management system because it's more real and it's a reality of your work. Internal audit. If you're working with audit, you shouldn't have very restricted audit. We have an agile internal audit. If you accept these 12 principles of the agile, if you want to have an audit or if you want to have a control of the process, you should have a type of agile internal audit. Say, what does it mean, agile internal audit? In this agile internal audit, you give the time. It's like a surgery, say internal audit. It's like riding a helicopter at your company. You want to present something to your company from a macro view. And it's very important to have an agile internal audit. For the agile internal audit, we are not doing every stuff only with checklist that should be done. We have a different input for the agile internal audit. And the third one, for the agile internal audit, we have more interaction between audit and auditee. We give them chance to have their presentation and in this internal auditee. So I can show you only, wow, the times is run. So last point, I will try to be collected and we can set another appointment to share with you the agile quality management, and you are feel free to be in contact with me in WhatsApp or in Skype. If you have other questions, I will be with you. Second one, if you want to, as an external factor that you should think about it, is the Agile certification body. If you want to work with a certification body, it is very important. In Germany, we have more than 200 certification bodies. We have TÜV companies, TÜV Nord, TÜV Süd, TÜV, etc. then we have, I don't know, SGS, we have the different company that they are doing certification body. If you want to select a certification body, perhaps you say, okay, it's not our decision to find a certification body. But if you cannot select the certification body and your CEO or some contracts department will be decided about it, but you have a right to select your auditor. Just ask your certification body to give you a selection between two auditors. When they want to send you an auditor, try to find somebody that have more experience and more point of agile project, and then select these guys for your project. Some companies, they prefer to work with the auditor from last year or from 2 years ago. Generally, based on the ISO norm, it's not possible, but they are doing. It's very important if you want to be certified in the quality management, try to use a certification body that's work more agile methods with more companies that they have. And more to the agile auditor that you have a right to select your auditor. Agile audit about the external audit. You have entrance, exit, and meeting. What does it mean? We have entrance meeting, we have exit meeting in the audits. It's a very typical meeting that they are starting. They say what they want to do. At the end, they have a kind of close-up meeting and they say what was our understanding from your company and what was your misunderstanding and what was non-conformities, what is the point of improvement. It is agile audit. In this all stuff, I say how you can have an agile audit. I say the entrance meeting, we have a 12 steps that we designed it for the agile audit. I can share with you. It's the agile audit. You have a 12 steps that you say to your certification body that if you want to do it, please do your job and extrally do these 12 steps for me, because we want to have value added from your audit. And you give them these steps. It's basically these 12 steps comes from our experience in these 7 years in quality management department and as a quality auditor. I know what's happened for the customer. Customer have stress, who want to be certified. The main target is to be certified, but I say the main target is to improve your product. So I think it's lots of, wow, we have lots of, I think we should set the other appointments. And I want to come back to the, oops, I should close this one. And I hope that I can come to the meeting. If feel free to, if you want, you can turn on your camera, and if not, you can only just have a short feedback. How was that? What was your, okay, we can have a type of last feedback from you. How was your first input from the Agile Quality Management? Is it something that you have interested, and can you think about it? Okay, I'd like to learn about it more, and you are super welcome to enter our community to receive more input, and you receive more input about the Agile quality. You can follow us in Instagram or Facebook, or you are welcome to our WhatsApp group, and we give you every time about the Agile quality management stuff. Okay, first of all, short feedback from you guys. What was today? So I hope if you have camera, feel free to turn it on.
I found it's Robert here. I found it's really interesting information about how to improve things and to make things agile. So for me, it gives me like new points of thinking for how to do it in my project. So especially, as you said, the work instructions and all that stuff to make it more visible and with audio and others. That's really a point that yeah, knocks me out from thinking it really, wow, yeah, it's so easy. So why we want to do it, why we don't want to do it. So and that's really cool. So yeah, would be nice to get some more information about that.
Okay. And please send me your email address, and if you want and then we can be in contact, and I will send you some materials, and then we can be in touch. Every guy that we have a different meetings, and I can show you the more samples about the working instruction with more multimedia and more interaction between the people as a human being. Okay, and if you are a moderator for this meeting, what do you want to improve it for next time? Robert?
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
Yeah, other people can think about all the members.
It's like some parts of the presentation, like this switching between the different pages. That's kind of too fast sometimes, but I think that's only some little aspects. I was quite a good and a really nice presentation.
Okay, switching the presentation. Okay, thanks for your feedback. So, Nora, are you here? Nora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your feedback? It was the first time. I think perhaps I was super fast. I don't know. I tried to be, and I don't want to give you. Say me, what is your feedback first?
Okay. It's really interesting for me because I want to know what is Agile. How can I use it for the standard quality management? Because we need also some documentation for the submissions and audits, etc. Yeah, and what I like actually as idea to make videos or audios as instructions for to keep it simple, yeah, for personnel, yeah.
And if you are the moderator, what do you want to improve it?
Maybe to it was somehow abstract for me, but maybe I don't speak the same language as as Agile. It's totally new for me. The whole wording and the whole thing. So yeah.
If you want to improve it, what I didn't get, it's the point. If you want to present it, I didn't get your point as a type of.
Okay, maybe to keep it more simpler for not knowledgeable people. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, to keep it more simple. Thanks. I'm writing down every stuff. It's very valuable input that I can receive from you. So, do you have something to want to add or?
That's okay. Yeah.
So
thank you.
Super welcome. If you want to give a number 0 until 100%, which number do you want to give? About your things that say, okay, I think that I will receive this material during this time. And say, okay, I received the stuff. And say, no, I didn't receive it. And I'm searching for. So it's the next question. Are you searching for the stuff that you didn't get in this meeting? You can say me and I can give you more information. Is to say, feel free to ask me, everyone, if you say, okay, I was searching for, I don't know, Agile, I don't know, methods in 2020, and I didn't receive it in this meeting. Just feel free to say it to me.
Okay.
Okay. So, Leo,
Yeah. So first, I would say that it was very informative.
Hi.
And was precise and short. So, and as you said, I would first give you an appreciation that you really made it very interactive.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, that was because also with the other teammates, they also were really supporting, really were for example, Robert shared a lot of things, and that was also quite interactive. So I also thank them for sharing their point of view.
Yeah.
And regarding, I would say, the time frame, next time we could plan it in a much better way, and also and also to discuss more, and also I got since I'm a technical guy, I'm first time in here, I got what all I need, all my requirements or all informations. And I'm looking forward for more in the future. Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you to everyone who participated.
I think I have your mobile number. If not, please send me a message and I can send you. We can be more in touch, basically, about the jobs and some stuff. I think we chatted together. Yeah.
Sure. That's my number, and I will also send in here my email ID. Yep.
How was about if you was a moderator, what you want to improve it?
To me, that's what I said with respect to the time frame, and also in a more. I found it was more systematic. Maybe I could also make it more structured, simple. Okay. But that was fine.
Okay.
I was really happy. Yeah.
Thanks for your feedback. And I should ask your name. Zubair.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I am at the moment in learning stage, so I will definitely say the session is really good for me to learn and explore new things and improve a lot of things in Agile quality management. So I would say the session is really good and very informative and clear a lot of things that is going to the top management level. So the customer requirement, or there's a lot of things in daily base. So the overall is very good, yeah.
Okay, super. And if you want to improve something, what is your improvements? Oh, sorry.
So the improvement side, I will say I will do better as much as I can, and it will be more simple or provide a complete scenario, the requirement of the end side.
Okay, complete requirement. So, and we ask everyone, or?
Yeah.
So, okay, guys, if you're, I don't know, which channel it's better for you? Are you Instagram fans, or are you, I don't know, Twitter, or what do you think is better for you to be in contact together? Or what is your preference? Do you want to be, if you want, we have the different channel to use give the data. I think the classical will be email. Of course, I will send the email with a video, and we have a YouTube channel that we share every stuff on it. And if I have the emails, I can send you all stuff, and then you can select it which channel is better for you. Yeah, okay, Skype, LinkedIn, okay. So
yeah,
and
I would also stick to the email also, it's fine.
Okay, you have my email, you have my mobile number, and you have our website, Agile Quality, agilecrew.de. Feel free to send me email, or I don't know, send me message that I can be in contact with you. And the next step, we will share about the responsibility process. How can I be responsible? Say, oh, is it something that I can learn it? Yes, it's something that you can learn it. You can learn how you can be more responsible. And it's a very super amazing course that I can offer you. Of course, we will keep in time, and I will do it only in 30 minutes. And now we know the instruction. We will do it in the same room in this Skype, and we will do it only in 30 minutes about responsibility process and how you can move their responsibility. Next time, you can be ready to turn on your video if you want. Then it's a more face-to-face interaction, and we can see each other, and it's a good time to make a good networks about the Agile quality management, and you have a chance to be part of the Agile Quality Academy in our academy. Thanks for your participation. It was a big pleasure for me, and thanks for all the stuff that you are doing very agile.
Okay, thank you, and have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend. Yeah, okay.
Bye.
Thank you
so much
Have
for
a nice
all.
weekend.
Keep
Bye-bye.
it simple.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.